This is my sixth game in Class 5, and I'm playing Nelvin Ferstad from the chess club Stjernen. He has no rating, but he has won his last 4 games, and he's kind of like riding on a victory wave. And Nicolas Savio, which beat me in Game 3, played the lead participant in Game 5 and lost. And the lead participant, Henning Lone, has won all his games and is in the lead all by himself. This pawn move here on e5 is dislodging my knight, and what it tells me is I really need to learn this opening so this doesn't happen over and over again. I take his knight here so that I can give him an isolated a-pawn. What I don't realize now is that he's planning a checkmate on me, actually. If I develop my knight here, for example, and his bishop comes down here on the c2 square, he has a checkmate on h7. If I protect with my pawn here now, he can take my pawn on h6 for free. And all I can do in return is just move my rook and not do anything to develop my pieces or help my castle position. So what I do right now is I take his knight here. If he takes back with his queen, then I gain one tempo move on him here, because he'll have to move his queen back again to the d3 square and his bishop here on c2 to start an attack again. What I didn't realize at the time was that he could actually take my bishop with his pawn here on g2 and open up this file, move his king to h1, his rook to g1, and exert a lot of pressure here on my castle position. But he does take with his queen, and the coming move here now is a little trap from my side. I could have moved my knight here to c6, but it doesn't really do anything there. Not that it actually helps my f6 square in either, but now I leave my b7 pawn free for the take here. If he does take it, he has to move his queen now, and I can take his bishop without him being able to prevent it. But he doesn't go for it. He has another attack under development here. If I let him continue here, then he'll take my my h6 pawn here with his bishop. I can't take it back because he'll have a check on me here. So to prevent it, I move my bishop up here, which isn't the best move, because if we exchange pieces here, I'll end up with a double pawn and not being able to help this g5 pawn by pushing my f6 pawn up. But he doesn't want to exchange. He wants to chase my bishop away here. I don't think he actually knew that I could move it up here to h4, so he has to move his queen. And right now, if I did move it back here, he could just come and open up the f-file and exert a lot of pressure on me here. But right now I can actually move my g6, my g pawn up to g6, because this pawn is not in too much danger right now, because with his pawn move here to f4, he's blocking his bishop from being able to take my h6 pawn. He's still going for the attack here. I don't need to move my king up, but I do it anyway. And I do believe he's actually moving his queen around a little too much. He's now planning to move his pawn here on f4 down here to f5, and at the same time putting me in check here and taking my h6 pawn. Now I do have to move my rook over here. And here comes another move. I can take this pawn. I don't see a reason why not to, but he's putting me under a lot of pressure. At this time, he's actually used only 12 minutes of his time, and the reason is he's actually thinking on my time, because I've been using very much time on all my moves here to help my position. It might not look that dangerous right now, but while the game was played, I was really feeling the pressure. And this pawn I can't take. If I do take it, he'll take it back, and he'll have me in a check here if I don't protect this this pawn, and opening up my castle position completely. So right now I just develop my knight here and leave his pawn b. And he goes back here. If I do take it now, he'll put me in check. He could also take this pawn here to open up my position more. Now I can do this this move here to stop his queen and bishop from checking on this side. The reason I couldn't do it before is because his pawn would be on e5. He could en passant me, take my pawn here on f5, and put me in check at the same time. And I believe actually that his pawn here could have gone from g2 to g4 here. I can't take it. I would be in sooner or later in a forced position here with a check, and he could open up his g file a little bit more. But at this time here, I can make the h5 move, and he would have to first move his pawn to h3, his g pawn to g4 to continue the pressure. But I feel I've stopped his attack for the moment. Right now I believe that this pawn move is going to come, and it's not really dangerous yet, because I dominate the e8 square here. I'm not planning to take his bishop here. I just want to put my knight in a better position, so that sooner or later it might do some harm here. My pawn here is now protected with another pawn. I can move my queen. This pawn is protected with my knight, and this one with my rook. Right now, the pawn here on e6 will become dangerous. So I reduce some pieces there. I put him in check. He puts me in check, and I believe the coming move here is the losing move of the game. He exchanges queens here, which actually gives me the e6 pawn. This one is mine now. I already have a pawn on him, and with a 2-pawn advantage, I believe I could win the game. At this time he asks for a draw, but I decline it. Right now I believe he should move his rook. Even though I'll be dominating the e-file, he'll keep his rook in the game. I'm being able here now to take his g2 pawn. Otherwise his bishop will no longer be. But he can't protect his g2 pawn. And I'm a little worried about my a6 pawn here, and him coming to b7 with his bishop sooner or later. All my pawns are on the white squares here. But I have a few pawns that I can take on him. I put him in check at the same time now, and this is also the losing move here. He should have moved somewhere else. Not only can I take his pawn here on f4, I also fork his king and bishop here. But after I declined the draw, he actually, I feel like that he gave up the game, and right now he does give up. I gain a victory, and I keep ahead of my my participants.